Hello, my loves. I know it's been a while. How has your sewing journey been? In this video, I'll be showing you how to draft half basic bodice pattern, meaning from your shoulder to your waist. So you can understand how to draft your blouse if you want to add a flare, gathers, or peplum. Also, if you want to make a dress where you'll be joining the lower part of the dress to the upper part, you would know how to draft the half basic bodice perfectly. Watch this video till the end, because at the end of this video, I answered all the questions that confuses beginners when it comes to basic bodice pattern. So let's get started. So first, I'll go ahead to mark my starting line, which will also serve as my shoulder line. And I'll go ahead to impute my vertical measurement. So my shoulder to my bust point is 10 inches and my shoulder to my front waistline is 16 inches. Remember that the shoulder to the front waistline is different from shoulder to the back waistline because we have our busts, our breast in front, and we don't have that at the back. So I'll just go ahead to put the same measurement on the other side and then draw a straight line, just as you see me do. So now I'll go ahead to label my lines: shoulder, bust, and then my waist. So for this tutorial, I'll be drafting a round neckline. I'll be using a neck width of 3 inches and a neck depth of 3 inches. Then I'll place my pattern master to join the points together to get my round neckline. And then I'll go ahead to impute my shoulder measurement divided by 2. So for me, my shoulder is 14. 14 divided by 2 is 7. And I'll go ahead to mark 7 inches. From that point, I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. Remember that our shoulder is not straight. So now I'll join the points together. Next thing I'm going to do is to calculate my armhole depth. And to calculate the armhole depth is bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5. And so for me, that is 7 inches. So I'll go ahead to mark 7 inches, and then at that point, I will draw a straight line. So now remember that your armhole depth is also called your chest line. So I'll go ahead to label that area my chest. Now the next thing is to make sure what you have on your shoulder line is the same thing that you put on your chest line. So remember, I have 7 inches on my shoulder line. So I'll go ahead to impute 7 inches on my chest line so that I can have a straight line, just as you see me do. Okay, follow closely and you will not be confused. So now I'll take the middle of what I have and I'll mark it. So what we're trying to do now is to draft our armhole. So on my chest line, I'm going to go ahead to impute my bust circumference divided by 4. So for me, my bust circumference is 34. 34 divided by 4 is 8.5. And I'll go ahead to mark that. And at that point where I marked the middle, I would come in by half of an inch. And then I'll connect these 3 points together to form my armhole. So watch closely and see how I place my pattern master. I'll take my time and make sure the 3 points are connected before I draw my armhole. So now go ahead to divide your bust span, which is also called your nipple to nipple, by 2. So for me, my bust span is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4 inches. I'll go ahead to mark 4 inches on my bust and on my waist, and I'll join the points together to form a straight line. Now let's work on our waist dart. For my size, I'll go ahead to take 0.5 inch on both sides. If you have medium size, you can do 0.75 inch on both sides. Or if you are very busty, you can go ahead to do up to 1 inch on both sides. So from my bust point, I'll come down by 1 inch. Then I'll join the points together to form my dart. Our dart doesn't get to the bust point. Who can tell me why in the comment section? Let me give it some seconds before I see the answer. Alright, so the reason why our dart doesn't get to the bust is that you don't want the bust area to be pointy. That's why we always come down 1 inch from the bust area. Now pay attention at this point. Let's calculate our side dart. My shoulder to my front waistline is 16 and my shoulder to my back waistline is 14.5. So when you subtract both from each other, you have 1.5. So 1.5 is what I'll be using for my side dart. Okay, let's just keep this aside. And let's go ahead to impute our body measurements first. So on my chest line, I already have my bust circumference divided by 4. Then on my waistline, I would impute my waist circumference divided by 4. So for me, that's 28 divided by 4, 7 inches. I will then add my dart. Make sure to remember to add your dart. So I'll add my dart of 1 inch and I will have a total of 8 inches. And then I'll place my pattern master and connect the points together. Remember the 1.5 inches we calculated for our side dart. So just go ahead to place your 1.5 inches from your bust line and then mark it. Remember that your bust dart is also the same thing as your side dart. Come out from the bust point by 1 inch and then join the points together, and that is how you form your side dart. Now pay attention at this point. First, we're going to close our side dart. Now fold in your side dart. You can watch me carefully so you can see how I go about it. Once you are able to close your side dart, you will see that the lines no longer align. So go ahead to straighten it up, okay? Draw the line so that it can align perfectly back. And then once you are done, you can then go ahead to cut out your pattern. So watch closely that you see how I cut out this pattern so that you can do yours without any mistake. If you have gotten to this point and you understand what I've been teaching, type I understand in the comment section. So I'll go ahead to label my front pattern. Now the beauty of using a side dart is that it automatically creates space for your bust. Can you see that the bust area is already out? So when you sew your clothes, your dress fits properly, the bust area fits properly, and then the waist area fits properly. So now let's go ahead to draft the back pattern. I'll go ahead to mark my starting line and I would impute my vertical measurement. My shoulder to bust point is 10 inches and my shoulder to my back waist length is 14.5 inches. Remember that shoulder to front waistline and shoulder to half waistline is different because of the bust in the front. So the shoulder to the front waistline is usually longer than the shoulder to the back waistline because we don't have any bust at the back. So I'll go ahead to just mark the same point on the other side and then I'll draw a straight line. After drawing the straight line, I'll go ahead to label my lines, my shoulder, my bust, and my waist. So I'll go ahead to use 3 inches for my neck width, just as I did for the front. And then for my neck depth, because I want it to be higher, I'll be using 1 inch. And I'll go ahead to use my pattern master to join the points together. I'll go ahead to impute my shoulder divided by 2, which is 7 inches. I'll come down at that point by 1 inch and I'll connect it together back to my neckline. I'll then go ahead to impute my armhole depth. Remember, I already told you that to calculate your armhole depth, your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5. So for me, that's 7 inches. And then I will draw a straight line at that point. Remember that the armhole depth is also the chest line area, so I'll label that line chest. After which I'll impute what I have on my shoulder, which is 7 inches. I'll put that on my chest line and then I'll draw a straight line to connect the point. I'll take the middle of what I have and I'll mark it. At that point where I mark the middle, I'll come in by half of an inch. And then on my chest line, I'll put my bust circumference divided by 4. For me, that's 8.5, and I'll go ahead to mark it. Then I'll place my pattern master to join the points together so that I can have my armhole curve. After which, I'll go ahead to divide my bust span by 2. For me, my bust span is 8 divided by 2, 4 inches. So I'm going to place 4 inches on my chest line, my bust line, waist line. And I'll connect the points together to form a straight line with my pattern master. So I'll go ahead to take in my dart of 0.5 inches on both sides. So if you use 0.75 inches when you are drafting your front pattern, that's exactly what you're going to do here. You put 0.75 on each side and then I'll join the points together to form my dart. Now let's go ahead to impute our body measurement. On my chest line, I'll make sure I have my bust circumference divided by 4, which is 8.5. And on my waistline, I'll make sure I have my waist circumference divided by 4. I'll go ahead to add my dart. Don't forget to replace your dart and I'll go ahead to mark it and then I'll join the points together with my pattern master. Watch closely so you can see how I placed my pattern master. If you have gotten to this point, well done. Now answer this question so that you can know if you are following. What is the difference between the front and the back pattern? There are at least 3 differences between the front and the back pattern. So let me know in the comment section the difference that you have noticed between the front and the back pattern. So now just go ahead to label my back pattern. Note that there is no allowance on these patterns. I have not added any allowance to this pattern. No zip allowance, no sewing allowance. Okay. Now one question I get asked by beginners is when you use side that the front will be longer than the back and it will not be equal. You can see that once you close your side that, you can see that the sides of the front pattern and the sides of the back pattern are equal. And of course, when you are joining your fabric, it's the side you join, right? So your side would align perfectly and you will not have any issues. Now I already have a video on the channel where I show you how to draft a full basic bodice pattern from your shoulder to your hip so that you can understand how to make a beautiful blouse, a full blouse. So I advise that you watch that video next for better understanding. So you can click on this link and get started watching the video.